5 documents in 5 minutes. Here's exactly what the My Bitcoin Will Starter Kit is, how it works, and what you need to do to get your Bitcoin inheritance plan in place. The kit is 13 documents and templates that do two things. The first is establish a legally valid will, and the second is to ensure that your executor can actually access your Bitcoin and distribute to your loved ones. Now, even though there's 13 documents, the real magic is happening with just 5 of them. In this video, I'll be walking through those 5 documents and explaining how you go from having no plan to being in the minority of Bitcoiners that actually do have a plan. Before you touch any document, complete your personalized setup using the link provided when you purchase the kit. It's a private guided wizard that produces a PDF tailored to your circumstances. And that PDF informs how you complete everything, including these 5 documents. We'll start by looking at the will because this is where the majority of the heavy lifting is done. It's a legally binding document and it governs how your entire estate is distributed. Importantly, take note of the fact that not all assets are governed by your will. Assets held jointly, SMSF death benefits, or interest in a trust are governed separately from your will. So make sure to exclude all of that. Clause 1 is your executor appointment. This person takes full legal responsibility for administering your estate. So not only should this person be organized, but they also have to be someone that you trust. Secondly, if you have children, you're going to want to pay particular attention to clause 6, which talks about guardianship. You may also want to have a look at clause 7, covering the creation of a testamentary trust. And then finally, with regards to your Bitcoin, the default approach is to leave your Bitcoin as part of the residue estate, not naming it as a specific gift. So have a look at clause 8. The second document is the letter of wishes. This is private, non-binding guidance to your executor about what your preferences are with regards to the administration of your estate. Importantly, it is non-distributive in nature, meaning you're not going to distribute assets here. Instead, it is a forum for you to express your preferences about how you wish for your estate to be administered. Have a look at clause 3, which provides general wishes about how your Bitcoin is dealt with. If you've activated the testamentary trust provisions within your will, make sure to have a look at clause 4 of the letter of wishes. This is where you provide real-world guidance to your trustee about the circumstances under which your assets can be liquidated to fund things within your children's life. Stuff like education, housing, business support, general lifestyle. Document 3 is the digital asset inventory. This covers everything that you've got without providing access information to it. It's helpful so your executor doesn't overlook anything that may exist, like a Bitcoin stack or banking details or an online share trade account or social media accounts. Anything that you like that has a digital footprint. This is your opportunity just to simply record its existence. Document 4 is your technical roadmap. Think of it as a treasure map. It explains how your executor accesses your Bitcoin step by step. You first edit the document digitally, then you print it, and then you complete it by hand. The most important section is the step-by-step instructions about recovering your Bitcoin. You need to write it in plain language so that your executor can actually understand it, because you're not going to be there in the room to explain anything. And here's a crucial piece of information that you must remember. Your executor needs to know how to actually access this document, because without it, they're not going to be able to recover your Bitcoin and you won't be able to pass it on to your beneficiaries. Document 5 is the beneficiary personal message and education guide. This is for the people that will be inheriting Bitcoin. Write your personal reasons for why you bought Bitcoin, why you believe in it, why self-custody matters, and what you want them to keep in mind going forward. And that's it. The 5 documents most important within the My Bitcoin Will Starter Kit to get you from no plan to having a robust inheritance plan. If you don't have a Bitcoin inheritance plan in place and you're keen to get the process going, there's 2 different ways you can work with My Bitcoin Will. The first is DIY. It includes all 13 documents within the My Bitcoin Will Starter Kit, as well as a complimentary 15-minute session with me where I'll run through each of the documents at a high level so you understand what you're dealing with. If you're after a little additional support and you want to get a result 2 to 4 times quicker than you otherwise would on your own, consider the second way of working with us, which is the guided package. The guided package includes everything in DIY plus 2 additional 30-minute consultations with me. In that first consult, we'll run through your personalized PDF and I'll give you some homework to do. Once you've done your homework, we'll have a second session and we'll wrap up your Bitcoin estate. It's that easy. If I can't get it done in those 2 sessions, here's my promise to you. I'll give you your money back. If you're not ready to make a decision and you'd rather speak to me first, there's a link in the video description for a free 20-minute diagnostic call. We'll run through where you're at versus where you want to be, and I'll let you know what makes most sense in your circumstances.